Hello, my name is Giovanna Bernal. I'm a Panama attorney with more than 15 years of experience. And today I will be addressing some of the most frequently asked questions about Panama residency permits. I have a video about the top 5 residency permits. So if you want to watch it, you can watch it in the link above. So let's get started. How long does it usually take to process the pensionado visa? I'm planning on coming later this year. The pensionado visa process requires you to be in Panama, so we recommend you to stay about a week. Sometimes the process can be done less than 4 to 5 working days if you send your original documents to Panama beforehand. So in that case, we will be able to do it in less time. In some cases, if the documents are legalized with apostille, it helps because we don't have to do the stamp on the certificate documents, the authenticated documents that are done through the Panamanian consulate in your country of origin. So if it's easy for you to do the apostille, we usually recommend to do the apostille. But for some applicants, the Panamanian consulate is closer and it's cheaper, so it would depend. In any case, 1 week is always recommended and it's good. And in addition, there is a process that has to be done on collecting documents that takes a couple of months maybe, or maybe it's fast. It depends on the country. And also, if you are from the US, for example, if you do the FBI report electronically, you can get it in less time than if you request the process via mail. The most important thing on the pensionado is that you prepare accordingly, bringing your original documents to Panama in order to process, because your presence is required and also your documents authenticated. Can I get digital nomad visa and investment in real estate? The digital nomad visa is a visa that is granted only for 9 months, and then you can extend that period for another 9 months with basically doing everything again. So this is a visa that is recommended for someone that just want to stay in Panama for a few months, basically. And during that time, you can invest on real estate if you want to. You can actually invest in real estate if you are not a resident or if you are under a tourist visa. There's no restrictions on that. So the digital nomad visa is, as I said, more for if you're applying solo with no dependents, because this type of visa doesn't allow you to add dependents. If you want to get a visa that gives you more time, you can talk to us and we'll give you another type of options. Hello, are there age restrictions or limits for the pensionado visa? Is that amount per person or per family or couple? Thank you. There are no age restrictions or limits on the pensionado visa as long as you show a type of pension that is for life. We had clients that are retired on 20 years, so they are 35 years old or 40 years old. So it's not really on the age. As long as you show that you have a type of retirement or pension or disability for life, we will be able to request and get that type of permit. In terms of discounts for pensionado, you are also eligible as long as you have the pensionado visa, or if you comply with the age of 55 for women and 60 for men. If you show the ID at some of those businesses in order to get discounts, you should be able to get those discounts as long as you show that you have the pensionado ID or the cédula. And if your pensionado ID doesn't show that you're pensionado, you might have to show a copy of your resolution, which is the document that shows that you are permanent resident under the pensionado visa. If a person starts the visa visiting Panama on vacation, can the Panamanian lawyer arrange the apostille for the birth and marriage certificates? Do the certificates also have to be only 6 months old? If you come on vacation and you have the documents, in this case birth and marriage, with you and they are not authenticated, if they're in original, you would have to send them by DHL or FedEx to some of the Panamanian consulates in your country of origins, or send it to a family member that can help you do that, or directly to those consulates in order for them to legalize them. For birth certificates and marriage certificates, they usually, if you are from the US, they will have to get an additional seal from the registrar or your county. If they already have that, you can send it directly to the Panamanian consulate or to the apostille. Do the certificates also have to be 6 months old? Yeah, if the documents have a date of issue, for marriage certificate, if they were issued with a date, they have to be valid for 6 months. Some others, there are some marriage licenses and birth certificates that they don't show a date where they were issued, so they should be valid. But I would recommend you to send the documents to your Panamanian lawyer in order for the lawyer to check the document and let you know the validation. It is usually 6 months, but in some particular cases they don't have a date of issue. The other question was that, is that amount per person or per family or couple? The pensionado visa is quoted for the amount of persons. It usually charges on the principal and an additional amount on the fees per dependent, and then the expenses will be also calculated depending on the amount of applicants, the main applicant and the amount of the dependents. There are expenses to be paid to immigration in terms of the provisional ID and also the permanent ID. So yes, the price will depend on how many people are applying in an application. Garcia Hall is asking in Spanish that he thought that the Friendly Nations visa didn't exist anymore. There is confusion over the internet and YouTube whether the Friendly Nations visa was canceled or not, because some videos are telling that the Friendly Nations visa was canceled. It is not canceled. The requirements change in 2021. So right now we have investment on property, investment on a fixed term deposit, and by work reasons, meaning that you are finding a job in Panama in a Panamanian company, showing a job letter, or by having a company, setting up your own business in Panama, and then you being self-employed under that company. Does a student visa count towards a permanent residency or citizenship? The student visa is a temporary type of permit, so you won't get permanent residency over time, such as the pensionado visa that gives you residency in 6 months on a permanent basis, or the Friendly Nations visa that gives you permanent residency in 2 years. The student visa is only for 1 year, and you can extend that residency up to 6 years. There are other types of permanent residency. We have, besides the Friendly Nations visa and the pensionado, the investment on property option, and also if you married to a Panamanian, or if you have Panamanian children, or if you invest on reforestation. The other option is the golden visa, red carpet visa, fast track, qualified investor. There are several names, but it means that if you invest $300,000 in a real estate, you can get residency in less than 30 days. Or if you invest on a fixed term deposit, the amount of $750,000, or on the stock market, an investment on the Panamanian stock market for $500,000. Those options gives you permanent residency in less than 30 days. And that's it. We're going to have a part 2 of this video because certainly we have questions. We always have questions on our videos. So we're gonna make more videos answering the questions we have. And so keep tuned. And finally, I would like to invite you to like and share this video, subscribe to this channel, follow us on social media. And if you have questions and would like to have a Zoom call with us, please, you can have a complimentary meeting clicking on the link below. Thanks.